Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Hold on. Joanne, I'm trying to get you unmuted. For some reason, it doesn't want to unmute you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, you're all good.
Hey, hi everybody.
Morning.
Good morning. All right, so we got a really good yoga class today, restorative. How many people we got so far? About 4. Well, we'll wait a couple minutes, but in the meantime, if you didn't see the notice I put on Facebook, we're doing a general restorative class, 2 blocks, or if you don't have blocks, you can use paper towel rolls, brand new paper towel rolls, or thick books. I'd like you to be near a wall. If you're not by a wall, then grab a chair. If it's not mandatory, you don't have to have a wall or a chair. I'll get you through it. Eye pillow. If you don't have an eye pillow, you can use a sock. You can use anything that covers your eyes. A sandbag or anything of the equivalent. 2 blankets or 2 towels. And a bolster. So I hope everybody's well. It's a beautiful day. We'll start up in a few minutes. So run and grab whatever props you need. And we'll get started in a minute. The first pose we're going to do is going to need the wall or the chair. It's legs up the wall, legs up the chair. I wonder if that would rest against that. I'm talking to my cameraman.
I need one of those weights.
Okay, I'm going to get up and leave for 1 second to grab a prop. Okay. All right.
There we go.
Okay, so why don't we get started? Let's come to legs up the wall. If you have done this before, go right in there, get into the pose. Otherwise, I'm going to take my thin bolster, my cushion, and I'm bringing it to the wall, about 2 inches away. And then I'm taking my blanket and I'm placing it down so that it'll be for my head. So I'm sitting on my prop. My hip is fairly close to the wall. I've got my feet on the floor, my knees to the ceiling. I'm swinging my legs around and I'm up. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, you need, if you have a sandbag and you forgot to get it, it'll come out. Grab your sandbag and place it on your feet. So this could be a little tricky, so if you've got a helper over there that can help you, use the sandbag, maybe an eye pillow for your eyes. So hopefully you're in this pose. If you're using your chair, you want to have your chair on the mat because you don't want to go slip sliding away. So I've got my chair. It's just a plain old folding chair, nothing fancy. I'm sitting with my hip a fair distance away, and I'm swinging my legs up the chair, and I've got my towel under my head. And for purposes of the sandbag, I'm gonna put the sandbag on my hips, across my pelvis. This makes me feel very grounded, and if you have low back pain, this really brings the low back down to the ground, decompresses you, and then the eye pillow. And of course, if you have neither the chair or the wall, just bring your legs straight up without any support. So we'll be here for about 4 minutes, so settle in. Enjoy this. Let the wall or the chair or the air support your legs. This pose brings the lymph fluid to pool in the abdomen, refreshing the leg muscles and enhancing the health of your circulatory system. In addition, this pose reverses the energy of the legs from moving down and out, as we are in our normal stance to moving down and back to the pelvis. This feels so nice on tired legs. Your chin is slightly lower than your forehead. Keep your legs straight but relaxed. Maybe place your arms out into a T or alongside the body. Close your eyes, use your eye pillow. Take several long, slow, deep breaths. Envision the fluid in your legs flowing down toward the abdomen. Let all the tension drain out of your legs. Let the legs feel lighter, softer. Feel your entire spine supported by the floor. Enjoy this feeling of elevating legs. And just let go. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing into your center. If you notice that your mind has wandered, just come back to your breath. Come back to the feeling of your body supported by the earth, by the wall, by the chair. We got about 1 more minute in this lovely pose. So this is a pose that I would like for you to do whenever you feel like it at home. It's a wonderful pose for just taking a little bit of a break. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Gently rock from side to side. Feel a nice massage on the back body. And then roll over onto one side. And using the top arm, the top hand, push yourself up. And we'll come into a nice, easy, supported back bend. So I'm going to move the chair out of the way. I'm going to move the sandbag out of the way. You can use a bolster or you can use 2 blankets. For my purposes, I'm going to use 2 blankets because The folded blanket is about all that my back wants to feel right now. The bigger the bolster, the bigger the height, the bigger the back bend. But for me, I'm taking my blanket, folding it in half, and then folding it one more time. That's going to be for my mid-back. And then I'm taking my other blanket and I'm rolling it out and I'm folding it once, and then I'm going to roll it. So there's just a little bit of a height. Now notice there's an opening between the two blankets, or if you're using a bolster, that's where my shoulders and arms are going to go. So I'm coming down, got my blanket, I'm lowering down. You may have to adjust. I'm adjusting my blanket. The roll underneath my cervical neck feels really nice, and it allows the top of my head to come down lower than my chin. So I've got my arms out into a T, and I have been having a little bit of a tight back, so I am going to bring my knees toward the sky with my feet on the floor. You can take your eye pillow, you can take the sandbag and place it across your pelvis, only if it feels good. If you have your legs extended, you can take the sandbag to your ankles. So just let yourself go. Relax. I'm going to come up for purposes of audio, but I want you to relax. I want you to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable, roll over to the side, adjust your props. So many of us sit way too much during the day with the spine rounded and leaning forward with the torso. As a result, a tension accumulates in the upper back and shoulders. And in response, most of us have the urge to stretch our arms upward and backward. This is just the pose that helps us do this, but in a supported way. So cover your eyes with your eye pillow and let go. So I have a reading by Melanie Beattie, and it's called Come Back to Center. Come back to center, that place in you that is still, quiet, calm, and connected. Your center is a place you can trust. It connects the body, the mind, the heart, and the soul. It connects truth, your inner voice, and the divine. Your best work comes from there. Your most loving times come from there. Your insights, awareness, guidance, your best decisions come from this place. Your center is a place that is quietly confident, unassuming, spontaneous, and free. It is gentle and kind, but it has the power to defend instinctively against attack. Your center is a place that is naturally joyful and at peace. It is accepting, non-judgmental, and it channels the voice of your heart. Your center knows perfect timing. It knows the rhythm of the universe, the rhythm of all creation, and it delights in its connection to that rhythm. If you must leave your center to learn a lesson, feel a feeling, experience something new, by all means do that. Take all the side trips you are called to do. but always come back to your center when you're done. Always go to your center first before you go anywhere else. Continue to just relax. Enjoy this back bend, this opening of the heart, opening of the chest and the throat. You find that your mind is wandering. Come back to the breath. And then slowly, you'll place your feet on the floor if they're not there already. You'll roll over with your knees bent, placing the top arm, the top hand on the floor. Slowly come up. You're going to move into one more back bend, and that is supported bridge. So place your microphones on mute if you haven't already done so. So for this pose, you're either going to need a block or a bolster. I'm going to use my bolster, and I'm going to place it off to the side. I have my eye pillow handy, so I'm coming into constructive rest. I'm lifting my hips up, so whether you're using a block or the bolster, the prop goes underneath your sacrum. You can also use a folded blanket. You can also use a towel or a blanket under your head. You can extend your legs if that doesn't feel like it's too much, because this makes it a bigger back bend. I want you to be able to see me. So you can have your arms out in a T or wherever you'd like them. You can have your feet on the floor. Just let yourself come into restorative bridge. Back bends are so healthy for your spine. Reversing gravity, opening the heart space. Let your eyes close. Swallow and let the jaw and the tongue relax. Allow your neck muscles to feel long and released. Notice the gentle arch of the neck, spanning from the base of the shoulders to the base of the skull. Release all tension at the base of the skull. So this pose stretches the muscles and opens the chest area, encourages breathing. You notice that your mind is wandering. Come back to your breath. Come back to your center. Come back to that place inside of you that is still, that is calm, quiet, where you feel connected, where you feel secure. Enjoy the openness of the chest and the throat and the arms. So coming back to your center, tapping into that place that is still, that is quiet, that is calm, where you feel connected to yourself. And then slowly, if you have your legs extended, place the feet back on the floor. Lift the hips up, remove the prop out. Draw your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side, gently. And when you're ready, you'll roll over onto one side. Maybe you'll support your head with your arm. Just tap into that area in your body, that place that is your center, that place of calm, that place of stillness. And when you're ready, you'll slowly make your way up. And we're going to take a nice, gentle, seated position for just a few moments because we've done so many back bends in a row. I want to get a twist in there because twists are the opposite of back bending, so they're complementary. So I'm sitting in a cross-legged position. I'm taking my opposite hand, my left hand to my right knee, and I've got my right arm up, and then I'm taking that hand behind me, over behind the right hip. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up toward the sky, and exhale, twist. So inhale, continue to extend the crown of the head up. And when you exhale, maybe you'll twist a little deeper. Continue to breathe, inhaling, filling the body with energy. And exhale, twist. And then slowly come back to center. And you'll take your right hand to the left knee. Take the left arm up. Bring the hand behind you. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice, long, slow, deep breath. And then you'll come back to center. And we're going to move into a lateral side stretch. So we're getting the whole body pretty well covered here. So I'm going to use a bolster. I'm going to also grab a block and place the block at the top of my mat. Then I'm going to take my other block and I'm going to place it off to the side. So I'm going to lay down over the bolster so that the middle of my waist is at the middle of the bolster. So I'm going to come down nice and slow. Scoop down a little so I have room for my arms. So I've got this block. And for me, it just feels really nice to have this block. One hand is on the bottom, one hand is on top. And I'm stretching. I don't know if you can see my legs. I'm really stretching. Now, maybe you don't want this block. You can move it out of the way. So you can stay here, you can bend the knees. You can take the top leg, and I'm placing it on my block. I don't know if you can see the block. So I've got my foot resting on the block, my top leg is extended. And the bottom leg can extend long, it can stay bent, You can bring it backwards a little bit for more of a stretch. You decide what feels right. Maybe you want to open your chest up a little bit so that you're more facing toward the ceiling, which is more of a stretch. So stay in this pose for a few minutes. I'm going to come up. Feel the entire side body, the right side body stretching. Enjoy this stretch. Breathe. Opening up all the muscles that surround the lungs. So breathe, nice, long, slow, deep breaths, stretching the intercostal muscles. All right, so to come out of this pose, if your top leg is extended, you'll bring it back, you'll bend both legs, place the top arm on the floor, start to come up, and we will switch to the other side. So I'm going to flip this around so that I can still face you. I've got my block, keeping this other block in front. I'm coming down. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a folded towel or blanket. Got my block here. This is a really nice stretch along the side body, an area that we rarely stretch. So I'm going to take my top leg and I'm bringing it forward. If that doesn't feel appropriate, you don't do it. You can take the back leg and bend it, or you can extend it. You can even scoot it backwards a little bit. You can even open up a little bit toward the sky. Breathe into the spaces of the body that you feel stretching. This is a lovely stretch. I'm going to come up, but you stay right where you are. Feel the breath moving through the side body. So the intercostal muscles are the muscles that surround the ribs that expand and contract when you breathe. So you're really doing a nice thing for your body, for your respiration. Stretching out the sides, the muscles, increasing the breath that's coming into your lungs. And now we're going to slowly move out of this pose. So if your leg is extended forward, you'll bring it back. You'll bend both legs. Take the top arm, place the hand down. Slowly come up. We're going to move into our final pose, which is Shavasana. And this is a really nice pose. You will need a bolster or a rolled towel for underneath your knees, an eye pillow, a towel for your head, and maybe your sandbag. I'm really pushing the sandbag. It's a wonderful prop. Should be in every studio. So I've got the bolster underneath my knees. You can use a folded blanket Perfect. Coming down. I'm going to place the sandbag on my feet. If you prefer, you can place it along your pelvis and come down. Adjust the towel for your head. Take the sandbag for your eyes and let go. Let go. I have a reading, but you can listen if you choose, or you can just fade away. This is by Louise Hay, and it's called I Am at the Center of Peace. The outer world touches me not. I am in charge of my own being. I guard my inner world, for it is there that I create. I do whatever I need to do to keep my inner world peaceful. My inner peace is essential for my health and well-being. I go within and find that space where all is quiet and serene. I may see it as a peaceful, deep, quiet pool surrounded by green grass and tall, silent trees. Or maybe I see it and feel it as white, billowy clouds upon which to lay and be caressed. Maybe I hear it as flowing, delightful music soothing my senses. However I choose to experience my inner space, I find peace. At this center of peace, I am. I am the pureness and the stillness of the center of my own creative process. In peace, I create. In peace, I live and move and experience life. Because I keep myself centered in my inner peace, I have peace in my outer world. Though others may have discord and chaos, it touches me not. For I declare peace for myself. Though there may be madness all around me, I am calm and peaceful. The universe is one of great order and peacefulness, and I reflect this in my every moment of life. The stars and the planets do not need to be worried or fearful in order to maintain their heavenly orbits, nor does chaotic thinking contribute to my peaceful existence in life. I choose to express peacefulness, for I am peace, and so it is. So just stay there. Remain in this Shavasana pose for as long as you like. I'll be here for about a minute more, and then my time will be up. But I'd like you to just stay as long as you'd like.